Hello everyone, welcome to another episode Fun with Vintage Hi-Fi. Today I have for you very nice Denon DRM-510 cassette player. It's like an entry model, basic one, but nevertheless quite nice, you know, if you're not too big into cassette players yet. This is very nice model, is a full size of equipment, so they don't go too high in the price, so it's worth it to check it out. This one has the big name, obviously, like Precision Audio Components Stereo Cassette Tape Deck with HX Pro system, which, you know, HX Pro brings the high frequencies to make the wider range. Motor Mechanizm dual power supply system for stability, and obviously Dolby and RB&C for your filters. You know, very nice deck. Obviously on the left we have a power on off, the gigantic button for eject. I love those big buttons, the chunky ones. Over here we have obviously record pause. As many times I explained, the record pause is to achieve those 3 seconds gaps between the tracks. So whatever you're recording in a podcast, or you're doing the mixtapes, or recording from other tape decks or CDs, that's to create a sort of break between the songs. Play button, stop, rewind, forward, usual. Input level for your recording. Then we have a bias adjustment, BS, and balance adjustment for the channels when you're recording, and headphones socket on the right. Interesting, because normally plenty of times I've seen them on the left, but they on the right as well. Here we have a memory stop. That's interesting one, because memory stop is the button when, you know, they trying to be more sophisticated. So let's say you have a tape which is like a couple of songs through, you hit the memory stop because you're interested in, or your podcast or whatever, you're interested in that little thing, you want to come back to it. So when this is highlighted, the LED comes on, and then you can rewind it to literally that stop, because everything is mechanical. So this is have a little bit of electronic stuff. Dolby and R on off, B and C switch, MPX filter, as I explained it before, it's been special filter to record the signal from the radio, from like FM, when you're recording some stations with the podcast, or you know, whatever, some shows. Hit this, that's the good one to cancel that. And rec return is works similar to memory, but actually returns to the beginning. So to when you start the recording. So when during the recording you hit this button, it stops recording, rewinds to the position started, and it keeps the record on, but not obviously recording, keeps it on standby, on pause. So that's kind of okay system, when, especially if you're recording yourself a podcast, and you kind of, it's something like I'm doing now, but obviously on a cassette player. So if you went something wrong, or you want to repeat, boom, go back, return without looking for, just hit the button. That's more or less what it is. So let's play something. Oh, before I play something, I want to show you guys, because I always said how to clean the heads. It's difficult. You cannot put your fingers there, your hand, but as good as it goes, plenty of manufacturer done the removable front cover, so easy to access the heads with the swabs to clean them nicely, or if you need to change something or whatever, for visual or dust, you know, some gathering dust on the bottom sometimes. So it's easy just to remove the front cover, put it back on. It's just the same way. This one is super easy to remove, and just slides in, clicks, and that's it, secure. So let's record something funny. Why not? So I'm using my crazy little CD player by Philips, CD104. Maybe I've done it already once review, but this one I come across is unbelievably good condition. I was really chuffed, like how come it can be that good? But anyway, you rewind the tape. So let's clean the heads, rewind the tape quickly. And as I mentioned guys before, it's good to just go from the starting bit. The best one is use the pencil. In a even manuals shows the pencil, just to go to the starting more or less position. Obviously we always have a little bit of delay. So if you want to record, obviously just make sure the tape is not those little spots are not being sort of taken out, because that prevents the re-recording. You might be surprised why your tape is not recording. And then obviously you hit the record LED goes on and is on a kind of standby mode. So you can hit play, or you hit the play and it starts immediately recording. You start your CD and then you just literally, you can adjust the input level, not too high, because as you see it goes quite high. The CD is very good one. Let's put the volume, and then obviously a little bit of bias, and the channels are equal, so I don't need to kind of maneuver them like you see it can be. But no, it's just a test. So yeah, we can do that. Yeah, so that's more or less how it works. No need to do anything. The filters obviously are off, B and C. Yeah, and that's more or less works. Let's record a little bit. If we wanna just yeah, that's recording pause and recording mute. Sorry, I messed it up. Recording mute is here, so you hit the button and it stops recording basically on it. So yeah, and recording mute stops, but then we can continue recording on it. So that's how it works. No messing around. Very nice, easy to use, very good to operate, and yeah, just basically how it works. So let's do the memory stop maybe. Yeah, we can do the memory stop. And as I promised, the rec return. There we go. It goes to the moment when we started recording. It recognized, that's why when obviously there's a song still plays, that's why it's on. So let's hit the pause. Let's stop recording, and I want to show you guys, because we stopped in one moment, but let's say play what we recorded. There we go. Really cool, nice, easy, clean recording. Very good entry-level cassette tape recorder. No need to go high if you first time across. No need to spend big money if you just want to try. If you want to start it, something. Look at this, how nicely this one plays. So basically, let's move it back. Backwards, and I want to show you because obviously we have a memory stop. So let's see if I hit forward. If you're gonna go to the memory stop, is it? I'm not sure if I've done this right, because I've done it on a record, so I'm not sure if it's gonna. Oh, it's probably not. It has to be on a play. Sorry. So let's rewind. Let's remove the memory. Let's rewind. And yeah, I want to show you is it going? Oh, we went quite far. There we go. So let's say we play, and yeah, we hit, basically, you guys hear it. Let's hit here. So So basically memory is highlighted, so it's easy to get where we want to be. And then because it's memory, we want to return that. So there we go, it gets back to the, but it doesn't start, you know, it's not that sophisticated, it's a basic entry level, but it stops there when we put memory, and it's there. It's continue until you literally switch it off to change for another sort of place on tape to have it. Very nice in the rear, just in and out, recording out, in and play back. And yeah, basically that's what it is. Dolby on. Yeah, you can hear it, the filters, C and B and C, and that's what it is. Yeah, filter, MPX, and everything what we need from it. The pause, pity doesn't have a pause button, but you know, I suppose goes that way. What I like about it, the only click you hear is the start of play and stop, but when you rewinding or moving forward, it's very soft, doesn't have this click, you know. Yeah, it doesn't know, it's basically moving directly, so that means the heads are not engaged and the capstan. So yeah, that's quite cool. And there we go, guys. Yeah, it rewinded to the memory spot, so I reckon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's stopped it on the memory spot. But that's how it is. You've seen how it records, how it plays. Thank you guys for watching. That was just a quick one to show you this lovely entry-level Denon tape deck DRM-510 with HX Pro and filters and return MPX filter for your radios. If you like these recordings, hit the like button. As usual, if you're first time across my channel, just hit the subscribe. You'll be up to date with all of my shenanigans. With all of them, I try to show you guys on the way. And thanks again for watching, and see what we will come up with next time. Cheers.